This morning, the U.S. Supreme Court handing Donald Trump the gift of time. The justices agreeing to decide whether the Republican frontrunner should be immune from federal charges because his attempts to reverse the 2020 election happened while he was still in office.
We will never give up. We will never concede.
In a one-page order, the High Court saying it will hear arguments in the case the week of April 22nd. But with no firm date for its final ruling, the prospect of a federal criminal trial being completed before the November election becoming increasingly unrealistic. And if the Supreme Court rules in Mr. Trump's favor, the charges against him in Washington, D.C. wiped out completely.
You cannot allow a president to be out there without immunity. If they don't have immunity, you don't have a presidency.
The stakes sky high for the former president, who has cast the prosecution itself as election interference, and special counsel Jack Smith's team, which has accused Mr. Trump of defrauding the government he once led.
My office will seek a speedy trial so that our evidence can be tested in court.
But the case has been beset by appeals on the immunity question, with lower courts finding Mr. Trump should not be shielded from prosecution. The Trump campaign seizing on the Supreme Court taking up the case as another fundraising opportunity, with the former president pressing his case on social media. This as the High Court is set to rule on another issue with major implications for the future of the presidential race. The justices currently weighing Colorado's move to ban Mr. Trump from the ballot. Voters there set to go to the polls next week on Super Tuesday. And late Wednesday, Illinois became the third state to find the former president ineligible to serve under the Constitution's insurrection clause in the 14th Amendment in light of his role on January 6.
Now, meanwhile, a significant development in a different Trump case. An appeals court judge here in New York rejecting Mr. Trump's effort to avoid paying that massive civil fraud judgment for more than $450 million as he tries to appeal that decision. His attorneys saying in a legal filing yesterday he may need to sell off some of his properties to cover it if he can't get a bond or is forced to pay the full amount, guys.
Okay, well, let's go back to this Supreme Court decision. Kind of lay out how this could play out in terms of the legal calendar and the political calendar.
Yeah, so let's do both versions, the slow and the fast, right? So let's say they take the case up the last week of April now. Say they came back the next day after oral argument.
With a decision.
With a decision. Even if they said he loses it, he's not immune, the case still wouldn't just spring back to life, right? He wouldn't just immediately go to trial the next day because he gets the benefit of all of this time when the case has essentially just been frozen on ice, right?
They've stopped the clock while they consider
exactly.
this.
So he would get roughly 3 months tacked on to that time.
Okay.
But normally they would hear big decisions and then they would decide the case roughly, as you know, the end of June. So if they decide at the end of June, then we're creeping into potentially September. We're now past the Republican convention. It's just unclear whether, in fact, the trial could happen at all, even assuming everything stayed on track.
All right. Laura, thank you very much.
Yeah.
Hey, thanks for watching. Don't miss the Today Show every weekday at 11 a.m. Eastern, 8 Pacific on our streaming channel, Today All Day. To watch, head to today.com/allday or click the link right here.